What's going on, guys? It's Tom or Top 10 Wrestling, and welcome to episode 3 of the worst TNA matches ever. Thank you for all the support on episodes 1 and 2. If you are new to the channel, I will explain how this series works in just a second. But before we do get into it, check out my Patreon, links down below, new content coming shortly. Yes, I know I keep saying that, but tomorrow, or in fact today, I'll have some content on there. I'll have some content on there today, so check that out. And yeah, here's the list of all my patrons, by the way. Thank you to all them, keeping the channel up and running. Thank you to a couple of new patrons who came in. Like I said, guys, I'm not sick anymore, so that is absolutely huge. I don't have the virus anymore. That's sick. So content is coming out, baby. Anyway, let's stop wasting time and just explain how this series works. It's pretty self-explanatory how this series works. This series is called Worst TNA Matches. So of course, we're going to be talking about the worst TNA matches. We will discuss 3 matches per video. All the matches I'm discussing are matches I've never discussed in length on the channel, and also matches that I want to talk about but aren't enough for a single video. And also, every match is fan suggested. Today's episode is Women's Wrestling Edition. We're looking at some of the worst TNA women's matches of all time, other than Jenna versus Sharmell and Rebel versus Shelly Martinez, that you guys have suggested. So let's get into this. And of course, comment down below right now what match you want to see me discuss next.
Greetings and salutations, this is Almighty Christopher Daniels, sometimes known as the Fallen Angel, but always known as the greatest wrestler in the world, your mom's favorite wrestler, your dad's favorite wrestler, the world's favorite wrestler. I'm also a paragon of virtue, an inspiration to children everywhere, and the man with the rear that makes the girls cheer. And while you're watching me, I'm telling you, you're also watching Top 10 Wrestling, so congratulations.
We start off going back to TNA Victory Road 2011, a show that is well known to be one of the worst wrestling shows of all time, famously featuring the Jeff Hardy vs Sting disaster in the main event. But there is an argument that that wasn't even the worst match on the show. Let's take a look at Sarita and Rosita versus Angelina Love and Winter for the TNA Knockouts tag titles. This was during that weird storyline where Winter had drugged Angelina Love or whatever. It was strange. Sarita and Rosita, you might know as Sarah Stock and Zelina Vega, they cut a weird promo on the two of them and say they have a love triangle, Love and Winter with Velvet Sky, and that they aren't focused. They start speaking Spanish, the crowd chants USA, and oh great, it's gonna be one of these matches, a USA versus the world match. Brilliant. Love and Rosita start off, and instantly there's just some sloppy shoulder tackle selling from Rosita. You can kind of just tell how this match is going to be. Angelina Love looks good right from the start, beating them both down. Winter gets in control and takes over Sarita, and again, it's actually so far so good. We're about 4 minutes through this match. It's actually been fine. It's just been standard action, tags in and outs, double team moves, very standard action. So what goes wrong? Well, it's this final 2 minutes and the finishing sequence that killed this match. Sarita breaks up a pinfall and Love gets involved and the ref's distracted. Sarita grabs one of the title belts and is able to give it to Rosita as the ref is distracted by Sarita fighting Love. Winter has her back turned, and oh my god, it was so awkward watching Rosita hold the title as if she's about to hit Winter for so long, because Velvet Sky has clearly missed her cue. She finally comes in and takes the title off Rosita. Winter rolls through Rosita. The ref is still distracted. Sarita reverses the pinfall. It takes the ref 5 seconds to get in and then count the 3 for Sarita and Rosita to win. The issue with this match was the length. 2/3 of the match weren't bad, but the fact is, the finishing sequence took up an entire third of the match and was absolutely terrible. If the match was longer and had more decent action, then the finish wouldn't drag the whole match down. But obviously it wasn't too long, so it did drag the match down a lot. Still though, I wouldn't say it's worse than Jeff Hardy vs Sting, definitely not. We now go to Destination X 2009 for a 6 knockout tag team match. It's the beautiful people of Angelina Love, Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne up against Taylor Wilde, Roxy and the Governor. Great. This is the character that Daphne was playing, where she was parodying Alaska Governor Sarah Palin. It was an awful character, and her Daphne character was so much better. There is a sign in the front row that reads Botchamania 71 equals this match. Will it equal this match? Let's see. Velvet Sky and the Governor start off, and the Governor just starts getting destroyed and treated like a joke right from the get-go. She manages to get a tag on Roxy, and this is literally treated as a hot tag 45 seconds into the match. Also, the Governor is wearing a full suit and no shoes if you weren't aware, which is absolutely bound to affect someone's in-ring ability. The beautiful people get back into it after a ref distraction because TNA loves their ref distractions. There's yet another ref distraction and the beautiful people all gang up on Roxy, and then Roxy kicks out a 1. So all that just for her to kick out a 1. There's about to be a hot tag to Taylor, and then there's another ref distraction for the love of God. We finally get a hot tag to Taylor Wilde, and Taylor just looks great as she takes out all the members of the beautiful people. Big ups Taylor, she was awesome. This was probably the best part of the match, and she's easily the best worker in this match. The Governor hits a very scuffed looking dive to the outside to Velvet and Angelina. She probably couldn't hit it that well because she's wearing a full suit. Taylor hits a bridging German suplex to win for her team. Overall, this match was not good, but it wasn't as bad as I might have portrayed it. It's still bad, but not like majorly bad. Obviously, it was on a pay-per-view, it opened the show, not the best way to open the show. The one positive in this match was Taylor Wilde, who I always thought Taylor Wilde could work, and she was great in this match. Shoutouts to her. One of my favorite knockouts of all time, so maybe I'm biased, but yeah, it was bad, but not majorly bad, but still bad. And ho ho ho, boy am I excited for this one. The main event of the evening, and probably the title and thumbnail of this video, the Lockbox Challenge. One of the most infamous TNA match stipulations during the Hogan era of TNA, and a clear as day Vince Russo idea. Let's not beat around the bush. So let's go back to 2010 and watch this one. First of all, let me explain what the Lockbox Challenge is and what the rules are. So let's just skim through it. 2 teams, 4 on 4. When you pin someone, the person you pinned is out the match, but you too are out the match, except for the fact that you have gained a key to a lockbox. There are 4 lockboxes. One contains an open contract for a match of your choice. One contains Tara Spider, one contains the TNA Knockouts title, and one contains you being forced to do a striptease. So yes, someone could be about to win the title by opening a box. There's 4 winners for the 4 boxes, and yeah, someone could win the title by opening a box. Anyway, Team 1 is Knockouts champion Tara, Angelina Love, ODB, and Hamada. Team 2 is Madison Rayne, Velvet Sky, Lacey Von Erich, and Daphne. And according to the commentary, the beautiful people want to kill Tara Spider, win the Knockouts title, and Lacey specifically wants to do the striptease. So, will that happen? Let's find out. Not a great start for the beautiful people though, because about a minute or 2 into the match, Tara is quickly able and manages to pin Madison Rayne with a Widow's Peak, so both of them are out and Tara has the first key. And a 1 in 4 chance of keeping her title, and a 1 in 4 chance of keeping her Spider. It really was a lose-lose situation for her. You got to feel for Tara. We then go to commercial and come back, and it turns out there's been an elimination during commercial. Like seriously, Daphne got the pin over Hamada, so Daphne has the second key, but you really couldn't have shown that, TNA, really? Velvet Sky and ODB are now at it in the ring. They actually go for a while, and by a while I mean like 3 minutes at most probably, but longer than the other sequences in the match, and Velvet Sky actually manages to pin ODB, get the win, and gain the 3rd key and the 1st key for the beautiful people. We are now down to Angelina Love and Lacey Von Erich. Will Lacey get the 4th key and get to do her striptease? Let's find out. They has match, Lacey looks to win, misses a moonsault, in fact she does a full rotation, and Angelina Love hits the lights out to get the 4th key, and Lacey Von Erich's striptease dream is over. Or is it? Anyway, fast forward later on in the night, and it's results time. Velvet Sky opens the lockbox first, and she gets the open contract for a match of her choice. That's pretty good. Tara opens second and gets her spider. Yay, she's reunited with her spider. Tara is very happy she's reunited with her spider. But then the realization sets in that she's just lost her title by opening a box. Angelina Love and Daphne open theirs at the same time, and Angelina Love wins the title by opening a box, and this means Daphne has to do the striptease. By opening up, Daphne gets in the ring and starts doing it very reluctantly. You can tell she doesn't want to do it, but then she's attacked by Lacey Von Erich, and Lacey fulfills her dream and gets to do the striptease. All is well in the world. Get in there, lads. As Lacey is just doing her thing, Tara and Angelina start brawling, and then Velvet gets on the mic and says next week she is cashing in her contract on Angelina, the person who rightfully won the title, by opening a box. And that's how it ends. The match itself was just dreadful because it was really short. Well, I wouldn't say it's dreadful, maybe that's an exaggeration, but it was just really short, and you can tell the main crux of this match was just the actual results. And obviously the results were terrible because the whole concept is that someone's winning the title by opening a box. Like, it's hard to be invested in this match when the concept in itself is just awful, and it's impossible for this concept to be good, because like I've said 100 times, you're winning the title by opening a box. That you can't make that good. But anyway, I digress. That is it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, smack the like button. Thank you for watching episode 3 of the worst TNA matches ever. Put down below in the comment section what matches you want me to talk about next. I'm thinking of doing like themed episodes such as like the worst of AJ Styles or the worst of Kurt Angle or stuff like that, you know. And yeah, just let me know down below. See you all soon. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, check out my podcast, check out my Patreon, all linked in the description down below. See you all soon. Goodbye and keep on rolling.